The characteristics for a healthy and resilient working climate are basically focused on the idea of having a mixture between a mental health strategy and an overall safety strategy. So when looking at a mental health strategy, we basically understand that everybody has a state of mental health. So when you're in the workplace, is a bit of a caring and becoming more observant of people's behavior so that you can tell whether something is just an issue for that day, or if you're starting to see something that is more of a telltale sign that maybe something's going wrong with the person. So therefore you'd have the opportunity to maybe intervene a little bit and be able to ask them if there's any help they need, or maybe you have to engage management so that somebody can actually get the right support to help them through. So when you're looking at that resilient climate, you're creating an environment where everyone is actually observing, caring, listening, and participating. As a researcher, I really advocate making sure you have a baseline understanding of what is the state of mental health if you're able to ask those questions of your employee base. What's their awareness of what mental health is, what they see as good behaviors in the workplace, what are poor behaviors. So that way you get a little bit of a baseline. Then the next step is to actually create a mental health strategy. Very similar to any other strategy, you're looking at what is the focus of the organization, where do they want to go, how prevalent is the employees' health, welfare in that, and again there's a lot of return on investment calculations that you can look at to say why that would be important beyond just wanting to do a good thing and having a strong mental well-being climate. And then after that, you start to look at different types of training to address the gaps, or maybe there's other types of activities that are needed. Could be some resources like making sure there's exercise facilities, could be yoga, but basically things so that people in the workplace have a chance to improve themselves, but also that caring, open environment of looking at each other. So if you look at those different steps, starting with the baseline, then annually or every second year you could go back and do the study to see how you're making improvements on that so you can measure it.
So we know wellness works and prevention pays.
Telemedicine and telehealth technologies are growing because the costs are coming down for the technology.